This is a non-technical hike through canyon. Can I hold my camera and go over it? Let's see. If I fall, you will see me fall. Hey everyone, it's Cherry with Prime Outside. I am on my way to Little Wild Horse Canyon today, and I hope you enjoy this video. Little Wild Horse Canyon is an extremely popular day hike near Goblin Valley State Park, and it's in the San Rafael Swell. And it's late February, and it's really cold outside today. It was about maybe 16 degrees when I woke up this morning in Green River, and it's still pretty cold and it's overcast. So although this hike is popular, I might be one of only a few parties there today. So I'm excited to show you the canyon and take some time and show you all the features. So I'm on my way there, and I am near Goblin Valley, and I just want to show you some of the rock formations on the way. There's snow and it's gorgeous. So over here is the San Rafael Reef all along here, and Little Wild Horse Canyon is in the reef, which is awesome. So just goes on and on and on north. What I'm going to do is a loop today. I'm going to do Little Wild Horse Canyon first, go up that canyon, and then I'm going to hike around the back and get into Bell Canyon on the way back. And it's a great day hike. So I want to show you both. So if you want to do a loop, super fun. And I like to go that way. I prefer it because this trail is very popular. So if you get out early, you can kind of get into the trail by yourself, or like with low traffic in the really popular scenic Slot Canyon. And then Bell's not as popular, but it's beautiful too. And it's worth going around in the loop so you can see both. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's just drive down the road a little bit more. I'm about 5 miles out from the trailhead, and I'll meet you back up there. We're here in the parking lot of Little Wild Horse and Bell Canyons. Here's the map. We're gonna do the loop. I believe it's about 8 miles. Yeah, 8 miles. The loop is about 8 miles long. I've done this about 4 or 5 times. So it says the loop hike is about 8 miles long, allow 4 to 6 hours to complete. I'd say about that long, especially if you want to take a lot of photos or videos. It's worth it. So bring a lot of water, bring food, just bring things that you'll need to be out. There's shade in this canyon. However, if you do the loop on the back end, on the Behind the Reef Road, it is really exposed to the sunshine. It gets really hot that way. So I'd recommend just being ready to be out in the hot sun if you come here anytime between March and probably November. The winter months are a little cooler, but it does get really hot here. So this is going looking up the trail. Here's our parking lot, and they have overflow parking because it's really popular. We're gonna have a fun day out here. It's a little cloudy, but it's supposed to be sunny and warm. So we'll see if we get some warmth. Be good. All right, let's get on the trail. The trail starts off sandy for a little while and then turns into a wash. It's the wash to the canyon. You walk up the wash for probably about maybe a quarter to a half mile, then it starts to slot up immediately. And there's a dry fall that starts the canyon. I'll show you the little workaround where you jump up on the sandstone rock. You can work your way around that, or you can go through it, either or. But it's all good and it's fun. This canyon can flash. There can be flash floods here. Unfortunately, people have died here in flash floods, so if you're coming out, just check your weather and make sure there is no rain or heavy storms forecasted or predicted. Anywhere within, I'd say, at least 50 to 100 miles. I don't know how big the catch basin for this canyon is, but it's a pretty dramatic canyon, so I'm assuming that a lot of water does flow down here and it can flash. So just be prepared for that. We have clouds today, but we have no rain coming today, but it is February and a very large nationwide, US nationwide storm is predicted tomorrow to last about a day and a half in Utah. So we're gonna get a ton of snow. We've had an awesome winter of snow, so we're gonna get rocked, but I should be out of here well before that comes. So just, if you're coming out here, look at the weather for rain or for extreme warm temperatures as well. That's important. So here we're gonna jump into the wash now and walk up the wash. The layers in this rock are really pretty. Dramatic. And these two cottonwood trees provide a little bit of shade once they have leaves on them. Here's where the canyon begins to slot up. I'm probably about a quarter mile up the trail. I prefer to walk up for a little bit just to get a view down in the canyon. So you can just jump up on the ramp that's on the left side of the canyon. Go along this bench for about a half mile or so, maybe a quarter mile. It's a pretty way to get a good view of the canyon. Oh, not even a quarter mile. It's like maybe 2/10 of a mile. I'm there at the sign already. I'm just gonna down climb here, and that's the start of Little Wild Horse Canyon right there. And that is the start or end of Bell Canyon. This is where they intersect. All right, let's go down. All right, I'm here at the intersection of Bell Canyon and Little Wild Horse Canyon. And I just want to show you around. So if you do come here, you have the lay of the land and know which way you want to go. Okay, here's the sign. It's pretty obvious. But it's an 8-mile loop. If you do both, this is Bell Canyon, going up here, and then this way is Little Wild Horse Canyon, and that's where we're going to head. It gets dramatic immediately. It's really awesome canyon. I can see why it's so popular. It's easy access, easy to find, and it's gorgeous. And it's not a long canyon. So, you know, like we were looking at the sign earlier, it's an 8-mile loop or you could be out here for as long as you want or as little as you want. It's great for families and kids. It's very popular. So let's go check it out. Walls are starting to get higher and we're getting more closed in. Some parts of this canyon are pretty narrow, about a person wide. If you have a backpack, it might be a little hard to get through. People backpack in San Rafael Swell quite a lot. There's some great routes for some multi-day, week-long backpack trips. This is a popular destination to come through as you're backpacking. This is a non-technical hike through canyon. It's dry too. There might be puddles of water after a large rain, or here when the snow is melting, where you might need to walk through some serious mud or puddles, but otherwise its drainage dries out pretty fast and there's no rappelling required. It's totally hikeable. Here comes the chalk stone. If you're really little and skinny, you could probably go under it or just go over it. Okay, can I hold my camera and go over it? Let's see. If I fall, you'll see me fall. It's not even that big. It's probably about 4 feet off the ground. Not too bad. I'm 5'2" though. I'm pretty, I have a short leg reach. Ugh. So I'm just gonna sit on it. There you go. And then just jump down. There you go. This section is about a human wide. Let's keep going. There's a little bridge. is our route up around this chalkstone. There you go. Got some snow in the canyon. Occasionally the canyon widens, and this area right here is particularly pretty with snow. There's a side canyon that comes down this way. Slots up really fast into a ramp, but goes beyond that. It's probably about a 20-foot drop. That's where we're going to continue. And there's a big fault in the rock. It's nice. And this is where we came from. All right, let's go get into these narrows. I don't know a lot about geology, but I love geology. And what I'm seeing right here, from what I know, is that there's two different types of rock right here. And then there's this area that is a very defined break in the rocks. You can see they're both sandstone. And what that gap is called is an unconformity. It's where the rock in between the lower rock and the higher rock has eroded out, and there's a gap of time in between when this rock was laid down, because this is sedimentary rock, and when this rock was laid down. So that's called an unconformity. And it goes all along here, and it's really pretty. You can see it. It's pretty obvious when you look far, the changes in the rock. Makes this canyon extremely beautiful. Ooh, the sun's out. That's really pleasant. So quiet and peaceful out here. Keep looking up. I'll show you up. Little Wild Horse Canyon's beginning to widen up. Look at that. So good. I'm gonna walk up this way and get on the Behind the Reef Road, which will connect me to Bell Canyon so we can do our loop. Have a little bit more narrows before it completely widens out. Short here, but very pretty. Let's go this way. Got a little bit of a rock garden here. Just came. Here's where we're going. Definite flash flooding evidence here. Some logs, chalkstone. Doesn't flash a lot here, but it does. So just be aware. Go up the rock side. Okay, let's press on. It's nice. Drop off. Okay, let's see how sketchy this is. Nice. It's in the right spot to be troublesome. Pardon me, I'll keep the video rolling while I try to get up this. I'm height challenged. All right, take two. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna try the other side first. The ice is like right where you want it to be. Okay, we're gonna do some stemming, which is just wedging your body in between the walls of the rock. And I'm up. I don't want to step on the ice because I'll slide. Whew, that was fun. Okay, it wasn't that big, but I'm height challenged. I'm 5'2". Right. Got some fun little twisty turners here. pretty here. Oh, this is a shock stone. Okay. You could either slide up that or just go up the rock, which is what I'm going to do. Pretty, pretty rock gardens. Okay, we're definitely going up. Let's keep going. If you come out in the summertime and need a shady spot, I found it for you. This is the most awesome. So I'm sitting here under a rock. I'm going to show you it. This is me underneath it. Those are my views. I'll show you this awesome rock. You can sit on top of it too. But if it's raining, that's a good place. But if it's raining, I would try to get out of the canyon. There's evidence of flash flooding. Look at that ledge. I'm a sucker for neat rock formations. The water definitely carved that. Cool rock formation. All right, onward. Flash flooding. There's a little place to sit and rest. Birds. Or a rest out of the sun. Got a snack. Pretty nice. Remember to snack when you're hiking. Keep your energy high. The sky looks nice and slidey. Let's jump up there. I probably have to do some stemming. Alright, let's try this out. I'll be back with you when I get to the top. This drop is probably about 15-18 feet. Pretty tall for me. There's ice in the crack. It was sketchy. I tried to get up it twice. Then I ended up climbing up the rock right there, which is I'm still too short for it. So it was sketchy for me too, but I sealed it, which is like a seal. Like art. I got up as far as I could, and then I just threw my belly on top of the rock and hoped for the best. I hope I didn't slide back down. It's icy at the top, so I was a little nervous about sealing it, but I got up here. So be prepared to get creative if you have no ropes or protection, or you're a beginner climber or a beginner hiker for that matter. Be ready for these things. All right, let's press on. Canyon's beginning to widen again. We're walking in the wash. We're not far from the Behind the Reef Road. I've made it to the intersection of Little Wild Horse Canyon and the Behind the Reef Road, and there are ample signs for Bell Canyon here. So if you come up Little Wild Horse Canyon, you'll see signs for Bell, and if you happen to come up Bell Canyon and head this way, there's obviously signs for Little Wild Horse Canyon, so you'll be good. It's well marked. It's a little bit of the scenery up here. We've climbed a bit. But here's a sign showing where we are. Really easy to find. And the trail sign said it's about 8 miles round trip for this loop hike. And I just checked my GPS and I've already come 5.71 miles. So I know I have at least a mile on the road before I hit Bell Canyon. So either Bell Canyon is shorter, I can't remember, we will see, or the signs are off. I'll give you an accurate measure of the miles I've done today. I haven't gone off trail, literally. I've been just hiking through Little Wild Horse Canyon. There's really no way to get off trail. But sometimes when you're out, satellites don't calculate your miles appropriately until you're finished. So we'll see what this ends up being. Along the road, I found this rock with a hole in it. A small arch. Interesting rock formations right here. Fallen rocks around the road are really great. There's a toadstool right there. Coming down the hill, that's the entrance to Bell Canyon right there. We're coming on the entrance of Bell Canyon. It's a very obvious turn in the road and a wash, so you shouldn't miss it. There's a sign as well. So if you come up Little Wild Horse Canyon and choose to do the loop and go down Bell Canyon, you will go downhill on this road. Otherwise, if you decide to take the Bell first and then a Little Wild Horse Canyon loop, in that direction you will go uphill. There's quite some hills there. So we are here. Okay. We're going to enter that, get back down to the junction. There it is. Okay, walk down this wash. Okay, here's our first little chute going down Bell Canyon. Might be about 10 feet. I'm gonna slide down that. I'm gonna do a little butt slide. So let's get going. So I'll just jump up into the sand. Okay, let's do it. While I was headed down that little chute, I found an alternate route that looks a little easier. And I wanted to show you, just in case you have kids, dogs. Dogs are allowed in these canyons. Or just felt a little sketch on that. There's a second one. So a little slide here. I'm just going to slide it because it's fun. I want a controlled slide. There we go. That's what it looks like. That's the alternate. Let's walk around here and look at the main. It's just right here. It has a big chalk stone. That is about 10 feet. I'm about halfway up it. Can you come underneath it? No. It's a fun little slide. All right. Give you one more view of it from far away. There you go. Super fun. Got the rock here. Speckled. Very pretty. There's the alternate. All right, let's go down canyon. You can climb up or down this chalk stone, but there's a ramp. You can get very easy. Check out this drop. There's handholds or footholds on both directions. I'd say that's about 25-30 feet. That's a good climb. Right. Canyon's starting to tighten. All the waves rushing down creates these beautiful ripples. There's less snow in this canyon than there is in Little Wild Horse Canyon. Perhaps it's the way it's positioned. It's been pretty much a gravel floor with lots of chalk stones. Maybe sun hits it more too. It's wider. I haven't seen a single person in either of the canyons, which is rare and amazing for this place. The solitude has been awesome. Here's looking back up canyon. So whichever direction you take, you can't go wrong. I prefer to go up Little Wild Horse Canyon because it's usually busier and I get out early so that way you can avoid traffic. Because if there's a long line of people in the canyon, as you could probably see from earlier in the video, it's one person wide. You need to ask people to pardon you so you can get by. Usually groups are fairly large, so you gotta get past a bunch of people. And that's kind of stressful. This canyon's definitely wider. And some people just prefer to go up Little Wild Horse and then back down it because it's very scenic and avoid going out on the Behind the Reef Road and coming down this one. But I prefer the loop. So, and then another thing about going up Little Wild Horse and down Bell Canyon is that you avoid the steep climb on the road behind the reef. That's a pretty big climb. So this has been very, very pleasant, all by myself. Starting to see some of the rock formation. That's so beautiful, the sedimentary rock formation. It's near the trailhead, so we're probably coming to a close. I know from my GPS when I checked it earlier that I've gone beyond 8 miles. I'll let you know what the final total was, but it's definitely more than what the signs say at 8 miles long for the loop. But that's okay. It's worth it. Well, I'm back at the confluence of Little Wild Horse Canyon and Bell Canyon. And my GPS says I've gone a little over 9 miles, and I probably have maybe a half mile to go to the trailhead, if that. And I'll show you, this is Little Wild Horse going up that way. That's where we headed out in the beginning. And this is me coming down Bell Canyon. This is the way I just came. So it's an awesome loop. Bell Canyon has less obstructions. You just got to know how to read those falls, the drops. There's some chalk stone in the canyon that go a whole way across. If you just know how to read, how to climb up and down that, they're very straightforward. Absolutely straightforward. Even though they might be a little higher than the average height of a person, they're doable. So this has been a spectacular day out here. So here's the beginning of the Slot Canyon. The dry fall is right up that way. And I went up this ramp earlier when I started the hike, and as well as I just came down it. So it's on the, when you're coming up trail, it's on your left-hand side. It's really easy, not a problem, worthwhile. A lot of people get bogged out and they go up the right-hand side and they get stuck up there on that ledge, but you can go through. The chalk stone, it's probably about 20 feet, so it doesn't have a lot of handholds. It's kind of difficult, so the up trail is the way to go. All right, we're just gonna go down the wash. Look at this beautiful sedimentary rock. And say that this hike is a success. Super fun. All right, I can see the trailhead from here. This hike ended up being 9.8 miles long for the Little Wild Horse Canyon, Bell Canyon loop. I went up Little Wild Horse Canyon, then I went on the road, which is the Behind the Reef Road, to the Bell Canyon entrance up top. We came back down Bell Canyon and ended up at the confluence. So it's more than what the signs say. So prepare for that if you're gonna come out, especially in terms of heat, hydration, food, and just your overall fitness and energy level. It's an uphill hike one way and downhill the other way, both ways that you go. If you go in counterclockwise loop or a clockwise loop, because you gotta go up canyon then down canyon. And there are some obstacles. And there are some ways to rest, but once you're out on the Behind the Reef Road, it's pretty remote out there. You might have an ATV go by or some other hikers come by, because a lot of people do the loop, but just prepare to know that you're not going to see a lot of traffic out there. A lot of the day hikers just go up Little Wild Horse Canyon part ways and then turn around, which if you do that, no problem doing that either. If you're short on time, short on energy, or just want to see the most scenic parts of the canyon, that's great. But the loop is awesome if you're trying to get in some miles and some steps. If you do that daily, which I recommend for your longevity and overall health and fitness, you gotta walk. Running's good, hiking's great. Just get out and move. All right, so I'm gonna finish, and I wanna thank you for supporting my videos. And if you like format like this, please subscribe and let me know. And if you have any ideas or suggestions for improvements or hikes that I should do, please also comment to me and let me know. I read all the comments, and I'd love to know your suggestions and ideas, and I'll get out there and get on some trails that you might want to see. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks for supporting me. Bye.